All right, we are going to be working on math lesson 13-2 now. We're going to watch our video and then we're going to do our reteaching, our practice, and then our digital quick check. Here we go. Counting collections of coins, visual learning.
Which coins are shown here?
We have a $50, a quarter, a dime, and a nickel.
There is a quarter, a dime, a $50, and a nickel. How can you find the total amount?
You can add up each of their values, and there's different ways that you can add them up. But here, a $50 we know is worth 50 cents. A quarter is worth 25 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. And a nickel is worth 5 cents. So you can add up those values to get your total.
Count on. Start with the coin of greatest value. What coin is shown?
The $50.
It is a $50. What is its value? It is worth 50 cents. The coins are in order from greatest value to least value. Now we can count on to the coin of least value. Start with the $50. The $50 has a value of 50 cents. Next is a quarter. Count on 25 more cents. What is the value now? It is up to 75 cents. Let's keep counting on. Next is a dime. Count on 10 more cents. What is the value now? It is up to 85 cents. Let's keep counting on. Next is a nickel. Count on 5 more cents. What is the total? The total is 90 cents. Now you know how to count a set of coins.
Now, there are multiple ways that you can count coins. So whatever way you find the easiest and the most accurate, where you are not making as much mistakes, that is the one I want you guys to do. So let's go ahead and open up your math books, and we are going to be working on our reteaching. If you need time to get your math workbook out and to get to lesson 13-2, then pause the video and take a minute to do that now. All right, let's look at this example. To count coins, start with the coin that has the greatest value. Count on coins from the greatest to the least value. Find the total amount. Draw an X on the coin with the greatest value. So we have here, the greatest value coin is going to be your $50. So they put an X there. You're going to start with 50 cents, and then you're going to count on. So here we have the $50, then we put from the greatest to the least, the dime, and then a nickel. So you're going to think 50 cents. Now, adding a dime would be 10 cents. So you would go to 60 cents. Another dime would be 10 cents. So 70 cents. A nickel would be 5 cents. So 75. So the way you would count it is you start with the biggest value, 50, and then count on 60, 70, 75. This is why it's very important for you to memorize your coins, because it's going to be easier when you can automatically in your brain know, okay, a dime is 10, a nickel is 5, a quarter is 25. Also, it helps to learn how to skip count by 25s. 25, 50, 75, 100. 100 cents is equal to $1. So 1 quarter is 25 cents, 2 quarters is 50 cents, 3 quarters is 75 cents, 4 quarters is $1. Now draw an X on the coin with the greatest value. Count on to find the total amount. So the coin with the greatest value in question number 1 is going to be our quarter. So I'm going to start with 25 cents. Now I am going to count on. So I'm going to start with 25 cents. Here it is right here. Here's that quarter. Now I'm going to count the dime. Now, another thing that we talked about was touch math. We'll go to touch math after. So let's do it the way that they have us doing it here. So we know a dime is worth 10 cents. So we know 25 plus 10 equals 35. We know a nickel is worth 5 cents. So 35 plus 5 equals 40 cents. And we know another nickel is going to be 5 cents. So our final answer is with a quarter, 2 nickels, and a dime, we have the equivalent of 45 cents. So the way you count that is you would say 25, 35, 40, 45. Now, another thing that we learned is touch math. So I'm going to answer question number 2 with our touch math. Again, whatever way you guys find easier is the way I want you to do it. So with touch math, again, you start with the biggest coin. So here we have the $half dollar. Half dollars, you do need to memorize because those are pretty easy to use. 50 cents and then $1, $1.50, $2, etc. Now with touch math, this is what you do. You create dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots for a quarter. You would create 2 dots for a dime, and then you would create 1 dot for a nickel. So if you're doing this one up here, this is how you would count it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Now, we don't have dots for a $half dollar. You would just read the $half dollar as 50 cents. However, because it's always going to be the biggest value coin, you just have to add up the 50s. If there's 2 $half dollars, then you know that it's $1. However, for a penny, what you would do is instead of doing a circle or a dot, you would draw a cross, or you would use your pinky or your index finger across, because you're only going to count that as 1. That you're not going to count by 5s, you're going to count it by 1s. So here, this is what you would do for this one. Ready? You would say 50 cents, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. The reason why I call it touch math is because you would actually touch these with your fingers. So you would, I know you can't see me doing it, but just pretend like the quarter's right here. 55, 60, 70, 70, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. You would touch each of those areas. I know I need 1 dot for a nickel, so that would be 80 cents. And then our penny is only worth 1 cent. So you would, instead of saying 85, you would say 81, which brings our total to 81 cents. Now, if you need more time, pause the video. I am going to move on to our practice. So let's move on to the practice. I'm going to show you guys both ways again. Whatever way you find easier. If you know an easier way than that and you're accurately able to get to the right answer, then do it that way. So we are now on the next page for 13-2 math. Counting collections of coins. Draw the coins from the greatest to the least value. Count on to find the total amount. You can use coins. So here we have, and then because I'm doing this on Zoom, I'm going to be erasing my work after I do it. So we're going to do questions 1 and 2 together, and then we're going to do 3 and 4 together. All right. So here we go. So here we have our quarter is the biggest value. So we use the quarter. then we have the dime, then we have another dime, and then we have a penny. So I'm going to draw the dime. And then we have a penny. Now, remember, what do? I do touch math. So I'm going to do some touch math for this one. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, because you count 1 for the penny. So what should my answer be? 46 cents. Let's do it the way that they have us doing it in our book. So we start out saying 25, we add 10 for the dime, 35. We add another 10 for another dime, 45. And then we add a penny, which would be 1 cent, and that's how we got to 46. And so the total amount would be 46 cents. Okay, let's try that again both ways. You're going to start off with the biggest one, which is going to be our $half. So we would write 50 cents here. Then our next biggest one will be the quarter, and that would be 25 cents. And then we have 2 nickels worth 5 cents each. So I'm going to do my touch math first, and then I will do it the way that where you skip count, starting with the biggest number. So remember, for 50, we just say 50. 50, and then we count on 50. Oh, I need a bigger. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. So our answer should be 85 cents. That should be our total answer. Let's make sure that our touch math worked. We know that this is going to be 50 cents. 50 plus 25. This is why you need to memorize your 25s. Skip counting by 25s. 75 plus 5 would equal 80. And 80 plus 5 would equal 85. All right. So it looks like both ways we got to the same answer. What you're going to do is fill that out. When you're ready to continue on, we're going to continue on with this YouTube video. If you need more time, you need to pause the video. You need to pause the video. All right, let's move on to questions 3 and 4. Karen has 85 cents. She has a $half. Okay, let's draw that. She has a $half. She has a dime. What other coin does Karen have? So she needs to get to 85 cents. So we know that 50 would be 50. And then a dime would be 5, 10. So 50 plus 10 would get us to 60. We need to get to 85. So this one is going to require a little bit of subtraction. We're going to need to subtract 85 minus 60. Or, so that's one way you can do it. Another way that you can do it is you can add up these totals here. So here we have a penny, which would be a line across, a dime, which would be 2 dots, a nickel, which would be 1 dot, and a quarter, which would be 5 dots. Now, which of those would get us to 85? We have 60, 61. Nope, A will not work. 60, 65, 70. Nope, the dime would not work. 60, 65. Nope, the nickel will not work. 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. And so it looks like D does get us to 85. If we checked with our subtraction, 85 cents minus 60 because of that $half and the dime, 5 minus 0 equals 5, 8 minus 6 equals 2. So it looks like that quarter, 25 cents, is what she has as the other coin. Now, Kobe has about 50 cents. Circle the coins he might have. So we need to find something that's around 50 cents. Well, we know that he has 50 cents. We here have we have a quarter, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We could do 30, 35, 40, 45. And then he could have 46, 47, 48. He could have those ones because that is close to 50. You could have technically circled the other dime instead. You could have done, let's do it in a red color. You could have said that he had 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, because that would be 55 cents. And so that would be close to 50 cents too. So either of those answers would have worked. You couldn't have just circled the 3 dimes and the 3 pennies because that would be too little. The estimation would be closer if you did the blue one. That would be the closest to 50 cents. But the next closest would be the quarter and the 3 dimes. All right, guys, let's move on to our digital quick check. We're going to work on your digital quick check together. If you need more time with this one, you need to pause the video. All right, your digital quick check is assigned to you. So what do you need to do? You need to go to Google Classroom, click on the waffle, scroll all the way down till you get to Savvis EasyBridge. If you do not see Savvis EasyBridge, you can go to your Gmail, click on the waffle from your Gmail, and if you scroll down, your Savvis EasyBridge should be there.
Answer each question carefully. After you submit your test, you won't be able to change your answers.
What is the total amount? So we're going to do a little bit of touch math and skip counting. So we start with 50 cents. The next one is 25 cents. 50 plus 25 equals 75. Plus 2 pennies, 75, 76, 77. How would you use your touch math? You would say 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77. Next one. What is the total amount? So if we did the skip counting, you could do, okay, we start with 25 plus the dime would be 35 plus a nickel would be 40 plus another nickel would be 45. So your answer should be 45. Let's use our touch math to double check. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So again, I got the same answer. So our answer must be B, 45 cents. If you need more time, pause the video. Pause the video if you need more time. So I'm showing you 2 different ways. You can use touch math or you can use the, I guess it's not really called skip counting, but you're counting by the amounts of the coins. All right, next one. What is the total amount? So we have 2 quarters. So we start with the quarter, 25. We go to the next quarter. So we are learning how to skip count by 25. So we know it's going to get us to 50. We count the next dime. We know dimes are worth 10 cents. So 60. And then we have another dime, which would get us to 70. How do we double check our work? We can use some touch math. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So our answer should be C, 70 cents. If you need more time, or if you need to rewatch this video, do so now. Question number 4. What is the total amount? So we're going to start with the biggest amount, which is 50 cents. Okay, we're going to go to the dime, which adds 10 more, so 60 cents. We're going to go to the next dime, which would add 10 more, 70 cents. Then we're going to add the nickel, which is going to be 5 more, which is 75 cents. How do I make sure my work is correct? I'm going to skip count. So we're going to do touch math. We have 50 cents, keep going. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So our answer should be A, 75 cents. And our last question for today is 50 cents is our starting number. Then we go to the dime, which is worth 10 cents. So we need to go add 10 more to our 50 to get to 60. We have a nickel, which is going to get us to 65. Another nickel, which gets us to 70. And then a penny, which gets us to 71. How do I make sure my math is correct? I'm going to do some touch math. So we start with 50 and then count on. 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, because it's a penny. So our answer should be D, 71 cents. Let's see how we did, guys. Awesome, we got 100%. If you need more time to finish your digital quick check, watch this video again and get it done, okay? So this is our last Zoom or YouTube meeting for today. You need to make sure you work on any missing assignments or any asynchronous assignments that you have not completed. You need to make sure you have taken your chapter 4 history test. Make sure that your math quick checks have been turned in. Make sure your math topic 11 test has been turned in. Make sure that you've done your 5 things. Make sure you've done today's YouTube lesson for ELA, and make sure that you guys are ready to complete your assessments for tomorrow and turn in any missing work you have as well. All right, guys, don't forget to do your BTBF as well. See you guys tomorrow morning.